Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Shadow Dragon and we are back with Doki Fruits of the Literature Club. Yeah, last time Sayori ducked out the room. We need to find a girl to talk to. Let's get loaded into chapter 2, or whatever chapter this is. Honestly, I don't give Monika enough love. Can we actually talk to Monika? Monika chuckles quietly to herself. I glance in her direction, now eyes me. She smiles and holds the gaze. I decide to scoot next to Monika. Hey, Monika! Oh, hi, Shadow. What's up? Just wondering what you were up to. I heard you giggle. Yeah, I was laughing about a silly little phrase I thought of. Yeah, let's hear it. Okay, if you say so. Write whatever you want, then remove the first and last paragraph. Well, I'm just exploring it since I always feel that you should write whatever down and then fix it later. This kind of relates to that, but in a more comical style. Comical? Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Monika smiles at me. So, I walked past the music room earlier and I saw you playing piano. Oh, you did? That was during lunch, right? Yeah, I wasn't trying to spy or anything. I just heard some playing as I walked past. It wasn't half bad, so I looked in and saw it was you. I'm not that good yet. I just started playing recently, actually. Well, what I heard wasn't that bad. So you just started playing on your own volition? Yeah. That's pretty admirable. You think so? It takes a lot of courage to learn something on your own. I've definitely found that out on my own. I remember as a project at my old school, I was told to navigate myself out of a rugged wilderness that the school regularly used for multiple purposes. If I did successfully get myself out of the area and back to school in 3 days, help would leave and I'll be on my own. Oof. It's difficult to survive in an area I've never been. I was only given a few bowls of water and a couple of rations. It was a difficult 3 days, but I managed to do it. Ever since then, I realized that surviving on your own off basically nothing is much harder than anticipated. Ever since I try to train as much as possible. Well, I enjoy it, so I don't find it difficult. At times. You amuse me, Monika. So, Shadow, you're quite the mystery around here. Am I now? Yep, and I think it's because none of us know anything about you. I mean, you did kind of show up out of nowhere here at the school. Oh my, that sounded quite rude. I'm sorry. Rude? You pointed out what was a fact. And yeah, I kind of had the feeling you girls looked at me like I was an alien at first. In fact, a few of the other girls still look at me like that. Oh, it's not like I mind. I mean, I'm used to it. Well, I won't lie, I'm a little curious about you. Huh? Perhaps you could answer a few questions for me so I can kind of get to know you better? Monika wants to get to know me better? If I wasn't careful, I would assume she has somewhat of an interest in me. Which can be good and bad. Well, if there are questions I can answer, I don't see why not. Great. So, Shadow, first off, how old are you? I'm 18. Monika smiles at my answer. She probably is happy that I'm going along with this game of hers. No, I think she's happy that you're the legal age, mate. She doesn't want to date a minor or anything. I humour her for now. What is your favourite colour? Don't have one. Any that you prefer? Navy blue, I guess? No, it's characters, not me. I like black, not navy blue. Monika taps her chin a few times with the back of her pen, signalling that she is thinking. Favourite animal? A lion. I like dogs more, but lions are cool. Oh, for courage? You're on the right track. Monika's smile grows. Do you have any siblings? None. Well, what do you like to do for fun, Shadow? I like to exercise and read. That's pretty much it. Exercise and read, huh? That's really interesting. If you say so. Last question for now. Sayori mentioned that you had a part-time job. What do you do? Nothing of importance. I'm only called when I'm needed. Oh. I can tell Monika isn't satisfied with my answer. Neither am I. What do you do for fun, Monika? Well, I like learning new things, challenging myself, and of course, writing. So you're the definition of academic, huh? I guess. I just like to be the best I can be. And what possibly brought you to that drive? What do you mean? Well, no one just wakes up, decides what you have chosen for yourself. There's generally a trigger that causes that. You're pretty smart, aren't you, Shadow? I guess so. I learnt that from an elder in my life. Monika dodges my questions. Something presumably bad happened to her in the past that she doesn't want to reveal. I didn't answer her question, so it's only fair for her not to answer mine. However, the hurt look on her face somewhat weakens my stance. I'm sorry if I hit a sore spot for you, Monika. No, it's okay, Shadow. So what got you into literature? I try to change the subject to something she's passionate about. Literature? Her demeanour immediately changed back to normal Monika. Well, I just love how it's implied in many different ways. In fact, the different way it's interpreted and orated can definitely change someone's mood easily. It just fascinates me. That's good. I guess that's to agree with you, Monika. Different ways literature is applied can deliver a multitude of emotions. Exactly. She smiles. That smile, I don't know why it feels like I've seen it before. Bro, if she's Ashley or some crap, I don't know what the hell is going on. Maybe this actually looks like Monika. Something going on here. I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone can come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. So Yuri has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monika. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So Yuri's putting all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. So Yuri's been carrying a poster holds up for us to see. I thought you went to the toilet. Or whatever. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea, Natsuki? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys... No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room of people. I guess I can't overlook that. Excuse me, guys. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature's about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri made silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Ooh, thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. Anyway, roll game, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now, let's see. Monika flips through a notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting a poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or she's simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go... What was that voice cry? Someone please make a compilation of my voice cracks, like, in this series. God's sake. I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri gets concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to set the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm up next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori! It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheerily like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Shadow liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work at all. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of other people. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Best poem I've ever heard. 10 out of 10. No, I'm joking. Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts to sign the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little uninfused, her poems have rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She husks back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I could do this. Alright. I stand up. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? No reason to make a big deal out of her. It's the only reason why I'm here anyway. It must be a little nice, though. I'm not important, so I guess not. Each of the girls shoot me a puzzled look. It's okay, Shadow, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave this one here. If you guys enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.